Hello everyone. So today what we'll do is we'll create a building pad. Earlier when we worked on this project, we had created a site topography and then we had created a sub-region and we had assigned a material to the site and to sub-region. So what we will do is today is that we will grade this site. We'll create a grade or where we'll cut and fill to create a level where we can pour concrete to create a slab for the ground level or for the first floor level. So right now we cannot see through this side because it's opaque. So let's go ahead and make it transparent by using wireframe visual style. And now when we go in, we see that this is the first floor level. And we have a little bit of patio here, a triangular patio. So what we'll do is we'll create a grade on this profile at a particular level, and then we also have another level which is +6 inches, and that level has a lower grade. So this finished first floor level is +1 foot 6 inches, and the finished level in this court is +6 inches. So that means there is 1 foot difference between these two levels. So what we'll do, we'll create two building pads at two different levels. So before we do that, it's very important for us to know what exact level this building pad should be. So if the finished floor level is +1 foot 6 inches, that means if we are pouring a slab 6 inches thick, that means our site must be graded to +1 foot level, so that after placing 6 inches thick slab, our finished floor level is 1 foot 6 inches. So this is what we'll be doing. So just to check the levels, let's go to our elevation view. So we know that we have a site right here, okay, and there's this 0 level, and we know that we need to create a finished floor level at +1 foot 6 inches. So what I would recommend doing is let's create another level that we can call first floor level, and that would be our finished first floor level. So let's click on level and let's pick a line by an offset of 1 foot 6 inches. And let's go to level 1, which is our 0, the benchmark level, and hover our mouse, and when the indication comes above this line, that's where we want to position our new level. Click on it. So now we have a level 8, which is at 1 foot 6 inches from our level 1, which is 0. So once this is created, let's go to level 8, and this is our finished first floor level. Okay, so let's go back to our elevation view and rename it, and let's call it first floor level. First floor, hit enter, say yes. So in our ceiling plan and our floor plan, we can see first floor level is renamed. So once we have created this level, we know that this is the finished level. So this is the finished level, and if we pour a 6 inches of concrete right below this, then we need a site to be graded at +1 foot level. So let's create the site grading. So let's go on site view. Remember, we can only put building pad in site view. So let's go here. Let's click on massing in site, and there it is. It's called building pad. So click on building pad. The moment you click on building pad, it becomes gray. And as I said earlier, this means that the software wants you to sketch the profile of building pad, which will be pretty much simpler. But before we do that, let's make sure the level is right. The level, what we want is, we want level to go to, somehow on my screen I cannot go to drop down menu, but so what I'm going to use control and down. I'm using a boot camp, and that might be the problem. But if you are using a Windows, then you should be able to click on this drop down menu, and you should be able to see various levels that you have here listed here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use control and then down arrow to go to first floor. That's where I want my level to be, but that's not exactly the level that I want my site to be graded. Remember, we need to pour a 6-inch thick slab on top of that grading that we'll be creating. So what we want to do is we want to put this level over here at first floor level, but with an offset of -6 inches. What it does, it's going to create a level, or it's going to grade this site at first floor level, but with an offset. That means it's going to grade the site 6 inches below the first floor level. So once that is set up, we know the level is right. All we have to do is to go to pick line and pick these lines. And remember, it has to be a closed loop. So we cannot select this line and this line. Remember, this has to be single segment, a single line segment. So select these lines. We know these are fine. So let's go ahead and use trim extend to corner and trim these two so that we have a closed loop. Once this is done, click OK, click finish. And now we have created a building pad at the desired level. So you see that here? You can see that there is some site that is being cut and then some site that is being filled. So we're going to cut soil from here and we're going to fill it over there. So once this is created, let's go back to our site. Now we know that we have created one building pad, but we need another building pad at this level. Now this level is at +6 inches. Okay, so if you're going to pour 6-inch slab over here, so at what level we should be creating another building pad, and that level should be level 1, which is 0, 0. So we create a building pad at 0, 0, and then you pour a concrete slab of 6-inch thick on top of that, so we get a finished level of 6 inches. So let's go ahead, click on building pad, and what we'll do is we'll keep level 1, and we don't want any offset because we want to pour 6 inches of concrete on top of that. Click pick line. All we have to do is click these 4 lines. We don't have to do anything because this is a closed loop. Once this is done, click OK and go and see. Yeah, so we have one building pad for the building, which is at +1 foot 6 inches level with concrete slab, and there's another which is at 1 foot below from the main building pad. Thanks for watching.